In today's video, I want to highlight yet another physical PlayStation 4 game sale. Newegg has quietly become the place to go for great deals on physical games, and they are running yet another great sale, a 50% off coupon code. This sale did go live yesterday, and unfortunately some of the stuff went out of stock, but for the most part, a lot of the great deals are still available for you to buy, so I do want to give you guys the rundown on that. Outside of the PlayStation 4 games, there are a lot of great Xbox One game deals as well, so for those of you interested on that, that might be something to look at as well. The PlayStation 4 game sale that is running on Newegg right now is quite good. A lot of great deals as a part of it. Anthem Legion of Dawn Edition is available for $79.99, and there's a 50% off promo code, so you're knocking off 50%. And it's down to $40. Now, I should mention that yesterday, Anthem was literally listed for $40. That was the regular vanilla version, and with the promo code, you were getting it for $20. That's absolutely absurd for Anthem. Unfortunately, at this point, that is out of stock. I know Anthem has gotten a lot of flack, and I seem to be one of the only people talking it up based on the fact that, you know, it is available for a pretty low price at this point, and if you're playing the game with a couple of friends, there are things to like about the game. I just think there's been this overwhelming backlash towards the game, and maybe really rightfully so. I've heard every negative thing that's happened with BioWare, the poor working conditions, whatever the case may be. However, if you actually judge the game for what it is, if you take out your expectations of a BioWare product and you assess it as a multiplayer game that you can get relatively cheap at this point, and you take away all the controversy, you can have fun with the game. I know that's hard to grasp for a lot of you guys, but if you're seeing the base version for $20 or the Legion of Dawn Edition for $40, I really don't think it's all too bad of a buy. But nonetheless, there are other great deals available, like For Honor Marching Fire Edition. That is down to just $9.99. Again, this might be the best deal as a part of this entire sale. This is pretty insane. It includes the base For Honor game, and it includes the Marching Fire expansion, which is a pretty sizable expansion. Now, For Honor was one of those traditional Ubisoft multiplayer experiences where, yeah, when it launched, it was an okay game, but over time, Ubisoft has consistently updated the game, and it has just gotten better and better. And now, years later, with the Marching Fire edition, it is much better than what it was at launch. Through all of those updates and with the Marching Fire expansion, you are getting a very compelling multiplayer game here. And for just $9.99 after that 50% off promo code, this is an absolute steal. Would highly recommend it. I don't see it available for this price often. I think once before I saw it for this price, but at $9.99, it is such a steal. This typically goes for $60, and it was just released back in like November of last year, so it's still a relatively recent release, so I would definitely snag that. Red Dead Redemption 2 is also seeing its lowest price ever. It's listed at $59.99, but since it's a part of a 50% off promo code, you are getting it now for $29.99. I've talked very highly about Red Dead Redemption. I think it's one of the best single-player experiences of all time, and I think it's up there with the best games of this generation. I know for most people, it didn't even win Game of the Year in 2018. For me, it was my Game of the Year. For most of you guys, I feel like you went the God of War route, which is nothing wrong with that, but I found Red Dead Redemption 2 to be an incredible open-world single-player experience, and of course, you've got Red Dead Online in there as well, and while it does have its fair share of issues, I think over time, it will begin to become a better and better experience, but for the single-player alone, it's easily worth the $30. You're getting a captivating, lengthy experience here with such an incredible attention to detail. If you know what Rockstar Games is all about, you know the level of quality you're getting with Red Dead Redemption 2, and for $30, it is such a great buy. Highly recommend it. And again, it is the lowest price ever. Some other deals also available. Overwatch Game of the Year Edition is down to $20. That's a deal readily available, but a good deal nonetheless. Destiny 2 Forsaken Legendary Collection, $20 for that. That's a good deal. Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition is down to just $15 after the promo code. That is a really good buy. Would highly recommend that. I know Final Fantasy 15, another game with its fair share of controversy. However, again, if you judge it fundamentally as just a game and the content you're getting out of the Royal Edition, yes, this probably should have been the edition we got from the get-go, but nonetheless, better late than never. And with this version, you get the base Final Fantasy 15 game, you get all of the updates that Square Enix has made to it, you get all of the additional episodes outside of Episode Orden, which just released, and you get the Royal Edition upgrade. And how could I forget to mention the Comrades multiplayer component? All of that for $15 offers a very engaging experience, and again, super cheap on that, even though the storytelling is an absolute train wreck. What you get there, I think, is quite good. Battlefield 5 just had its Firestorm Battle Royale component drop, and it's listed at $40 on Newegg. With that promo code, you are getting it for just $20. That's pretty absurd, and I do believe that's the lowest price I've seen Battlefield 5 for, so I would highly recommend that. I know Battlefield 5, another game that had its promotional issues, that's just an EA side of things. DICE actually did a pretty good job with the game, and if you fundamentally judge it as a Battlefield experience, look, you're getting a quality single-player component, the multiplayer has a lot of depth to it, and that being the traditional multiplayer mode, and Firestorm Storm ain't bad either. You've got all three of those components for $20. I think that is a good buy. especially if you've been a fan of the Battlefield series. Battlefield 5 does the series justice, even though EA really didn't do BF5 justice with all of its misguided promotion. Soul Calibur 6 is also down to $25. I found Soul Calibur 6 to be one of the best fighting games of this generation. It has a quality single-player mode. Even if you don't want to get super competitive in the game, I found it to be rather engaging for a more casual fighting game fan like myself. The customization components are so deep, some of the most deep customization you've seen in any game, not just a fighting game, but you can do a lot of cool stuff with Soul Calibur 6, so I thought that was rather great. And $25 for that game is a great buy considering it is still a relatively recent release, and when it does go on sale, usually it hits that $30 threshold, but it usually doesn't go down below $30, so now for $25, it's a good buy. Far Cry 5 is $20, Fallout 76 can be had for $20, which is pretty good. That's another game that, yes, it gets a lot of flack, but that's a lot of flack considering what we've come to expect from Bethesda, considering it was a $60 release. Now at $20, I don't know, I don't think that's all too bad of a buy. It seems like whenever I recommend Fallout 76 and Anthem, I get completely hated on, but I'm recommending them on the basis that, yes, they are super cheap, strip away all that controversy, and while they aren't as good as previous Bethesda games, previous BioWare titles, there's definitely things to take away that you can have fun with, although Bethesda's microtransactions in Fallout 76 that they've recently added leaves a little bit to be desired, but nonetheless, $20 for that is pretty good. So if you've been eyeing it, now is not a bad time to buy since it is the cheapest it's been so far. Also want to shout Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker, that's down to $20. They just announced a second wave of DLC content for the game, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but nonetheless, if you are a Naruto fan, it's done in a different style. I don't think Shinobi Striker is quite as good as the Storm games, but it offers something different, so I did want to give it a shout as well. Starlin Battle for Atlas is down to $9.99, which is pretty insane considering I think Ubisoft's goal with that game was to create an experience that they can monetize for a while through toys and whatnot, much like Activision did with Skylanders. Unfortunately, Starlin Battle for Atlas did not resonate at that level. To give you guys an idea, the starter pack released back in like October for $75. Yeah, it's down to $10 now after that promo code. That is pretty insane. And honestly, more than anything, I do find that to be a little bit unfortunate, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Ubisoft tried to create that type of experience, and unfortunately, it just didn't pan out all too well. A couple of other deals are available, but it does look like they are just Xbox One games. These do refresh from time to time, so just keep an eye on it, but some of the Xbox One deals are quite good as well. Dragon Ball FighterZ is down to just $15. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is down to just $15. That's pretty insane. They've got For Honor Marching Fire over there for $10 as well. State of Decay 2 is down to $25. XCOM 2 is available for $5. Yes, that's pretty ridiculous. And a couple of other good deals available if you are open to getting Xbox One games. Some PC games are discounted as well. As to be expected, not a lot of Nintendo Switch games discounted, but that's, again, to be expected as a Nintendo game. They just hold up in price forever, and we often don't expect nice things in terms of pricing, but nonetheless, Newegg's running a great sale right now. Highlights would be Soul Calibur 6, Final Fantasy 15, Red Dead Redemption, Battlefield 5 for $20 is insane. Fallout 76 for $20 isn't even that bad. For Honor Marching Fire Edition for $10 is absolutely great. Would highly recommend that. But again, keep an eye on the sale for yourself, and things might be updated. That's gonna conclude this video. Let us know if you're picking up any of these deals, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.